Hey guys, it's Mike here. Just wanted to jump in at the top of this week's episode. Of course, this episode was a live episode. We did it at the Cooper's Inn here in Melbourne and on Friday night, and it was a ton of fun. We sold out the room. It was awesome. It went really well. It was really funny. So grateful, beyond grateful to everyone who came along, everyone who has listened throughout the year to this show or to any of my stuff. Genuinely means the world. It was so good chatting to a lot of you after, and it was just amazing to me that this dumb Harry Potter fan fiction I wrote when I was 13 ended up, having a full crowd come to see us read it out. We had such a great night, and spoke to Sam on the drive home, and we decided we're just going to put up the full episode from the night. So it kind of starts from the moment that I come on stage. That's because we just were so happy with it. We want you guys to hear all of it. I was originally going to make it a Patreon bonus, but no, we're just going to put it up for everyone. Thank you so much if you came. If you couldn't make it, no worries. Hopefully we'll do another one soon. This will be the last episode of Harry Potter and the Boys for the year. My other podcast, 20th Century Boy, will continue for a little while longer. But this is the last one from the year. Not 100% sure when we'll be back, but we will be back. But hope you enjoyed if you were there. Hope you enjoy it if you weren't there and you're listening to it for the first time. Try to come along next time. But yeah, let's get into this week's episode of Harry Potter and the Boys.
Please welcome your host, Australia's most absurd 13-year-old author, it's Radio Mike!
Hello! This is cool. Thanks so much, everyone, for coming. This is awesome. Front row, very empty. Thank you to the brave people who sat in the front row. I appreciate it. Thank you all for coming. I usually start, well, we've only done one of these, but last time I started by saying, does anyone here not know what this is and has been dragged here by a friend and doesn't know? You don't know? What's your name? Shout it out. Katie, what have you been told about tonight? What do you know about this show? It mentions Harry Potter. Yeah. Anyone else? Anyone else that was dragged here? You were dragged here? Yeah. What did your friends, are these your friends? What are your friends' names? So you guys like the pod? Yeah. Okay, cool. You dragged them both along. What did she tell you? Okay, yeah. So when I was 13, I wrote a series of Harry Potter fan fiction novels. Each one is more absurd and thanks for coming to the front, by the way. Cool cowboy hat. When I was at 13, I now I've lost track. Sorry, you've distracted me. When I was 13, I wrote a series of Harry Potter fan fiction novels, each one more absurd than the last. Each week, me and one of my friends read a chapter from the book, and that's what we're going to be doing tonight with a few little games and stuff. Does that sound fun to everyone? Yeah. Woo! Awesome. Well, I usually do this with one of my best friends. He's a stand-up comedian. He's also a writer on Channel 10's The Cheap Seats and competing television show Channel 9's The 100 with Andy Lee. He writes on two shows that are on at the exact same time. It's Sam Garland. Welcome to the stage. Sam, you've caused a ruckus in the front row. Thank you for being here.
You made me sound really professional until then. Hey everyone, how are we doing? Woo! Yes! Oh my God, thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for listening to this fucking podcast. God, I might turn my mic down a little bit actually, Pat. A little bit, yeah. Thank you, welcome you guys. Yes, everyone doing well? The crickets start. Yep, a few crickets in tonight. That's good. No, Mike, thanks. How are you?
I'm really good. Thanks for being here tonight, man.
That's okay.
I appreciate it.
Are you going to ask me how I am?
How are you?
Really good. Although weirdly, when I walked in before, I think I obviously it was all busy downstairs. I obviously looked very confused as I was near the stairs, and I was like, even though I knew where I was going, I was like, I'm just here for the, and the guy just looks up from his desk and he's like, the over 30s speed dating's tomorrow night, mate. What the fuck? Does that...
That's the vibe you give off.
Do I give that?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Especially with the Santa hat.
Yeah, well, just quietly. Mike said we're going to wear Christmas stuff and we're going to wear Harry Potter stuff. I'm wearing my Hogwarts t-shirt and a Santa hat. And
I'm wearing a Uniqlo corduroy shirt and white tee. Very good value.
Thank you. I should add, Mike, I'm here. You guys will know this. I'm just here in this. I'm in this for the money. I'm purely here for the money. I'm not here out of enjoyment. I'm just here for the cash. There's a lot of money in podcasting, I'm led to believe.
Yep. We have 14 Patreons. Are any of the Patreons here tonight? Hands up. Oh, we have 1, 2. Any other Patreons? No, 2 of the 14 made it. Thank you.
That's good. Thank you so much. I'm seriously getting desperate. The other day I got a text message from a random number just that I don't know. Just saying, hey, just need your bank details confirmed before we can pay you. And what's that music? Is that the whole music?
What? Okay.
Pat doesn't know. Have we introduced Pat?
Oh yeah, Pat's here on the panel tonight, guys.
Hello.
Thanks. He would have been the door guy while me and Sam were waiting in the green room, which was actually just the boys' toilets.
Yes.
So if you came into the toilets and just saw me and Sam just standing there, that's because that was the only place we could wait, which is like it is in most comedy clubs.
Anyway, by this phone number, without hesitating, I just texted back my bank details in full, and lo and behold, I got transferred $300.
Oh, wow.
Reverse scammed. It works. It can happen. Email back that Nigerian prince. It'll work. There is someone, obviously, who's owed $300 for a bag of cocaine that isn't getting it. But, oh well, I've got it. But thank you all for being here. So we've got people who haven't listened. We've got people who have listened. I was happy to see us in people's Spotify Wrapped recently. Were we in anyone's Spotify Wrapped here? You? What was your name again? Jessie? What number were we actually out of interest?
It was like number 2.
Number 2?
Who was number 1?
Pretty good.
I think it was like, what was it?
Abby Chatfield?
Oh, Cult Pop Shop.
I don't know that one.
It was just 24 hours of one podcast.
Oh, okay. Wow, well done.
Should we do a 24-hour podcast? Starting right now, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We are doing it. Lock the doors. But that's also good. Were we number 1 of anyone's? Anyone number 1?
Over here.
Oh, yes. What was your name? Jenny, thank you so much. Number 1.
Number 1.
I've never been
round of applause for Jenny,
Thank you,
please,
Jenny.
everyone. Good work, Jenny. What's your favourite part about the show? Just name one thing, because there's so many, obviously.
Yeah.
I think it's your Jimmy voice.
Oh, yeah, okay. Maybe that will come out tonight.
I hope not. My Spotify Wrapped last year. This actually happened. My Spotify Wrapped. My number 1 song was just 8 hours of rain noise for deep sleep. I was like, yeah, love that track. I love that track. My number 2 was the Lube-mobile theme song. You guys remember that one? Lube-mobile will come to you. Tell me more, Lube-mobile. And number 3 was the Thong Song Glee version. That's just my favourite. But it was my number 1 because I've been having trouble sleeping. Not an issue a few of you at the back are having. I mean, wake up, you guys, come on. But so I started playing rain noises to go to sleep. But the only thing, my girlfriend, I've said this on the podcast before, listens to the Harry Potter audiobook to go to sleep. So I've kind of got a combination of both. It's always raining in Harry Potter in my mind. But then the thing is, she drifts off to sleep really fast. So what happens is we end up listening to the exact same chapter of the podcast for about 2 weeks straight of Harry Potter. So right now
we do that as well, actually.
Do you?
We always fall asleep. In Europe, we listen to Chapter 12, Professor Umbridge, like every day in Europe, because we just fell asleep every day.
I've done that as well.
It's like, I feel like we've heard this, but I can't really remember what happened.
Exactly, and it goes, I don't think it's good for sleeping because it goes really up and down, whereas rain's just straight, So my girlfriend falls asleep, and every day for the last week, I just I'm drifting off to the rain, and I just wake up to the really loud pile, just like, did you put your name in the goblet of fire? Every night this week. Every night. But yeah, and then so we have a bit of trouble with that. And then
so I actually don't know is your stand-up thing done now?
This is just chatting.
I always just go, So basically I'm like to Sam, like, hey, we've got a short amount of time, let's get straight into it tonight. So I'm always like, I'm just gonna wing it once I'm up there. Sam like prepares a whole thing, and then I don't know when to come in because I don't know what you've planned. Just tell me when we can move on.
I'm sorry for taking this podcast fucking seriously. All right? You know, God, give me my money now. I might just no, thank you all for being here. I guess yeah, we can move on if you want.
Yeah. So I'll just give you a little description of some of the stuff that's happened in the book.
Let's give them a long, boring description of the podcast instead of jokes. Sorry.
No, this is great. This will be great.
Sorry.
So this, Pat, you're going to need the PowerPoint for this, please. Get the PowerPoint up.
Gotcha.
You got it. So, Sam, can you move away from the projector so people?
Do you actually want me? I feel like it's just like.
So my Harry Potter fanfiction often echoes the original.
Where am I meant to
books.
go?
What's that? Just, I don't know, sit down. So just first slide, please. Next slide, please. So of course in the first book, if you can even see that, the twist is that Professor Quirrell has Voldemort on the back of his head. Pretty clever of JK. But in my fanfiction, and I've used AI generator to generate some of this art, one of the teachers actually has Voldemort on the back of his bum. Now, the AI generator wouldn't generate that, so this is the best I could come up with. Next slide. Next slide.
Keep it on
Then
for a second.
there's a great scene in the second book where Harry Potter gives a blowjob to nearly headless Nick, but the AI
great
generator
scene.
wouldn't generate art for that. So I did the next best thing and just did... you can't see, but it's 40-year-old Harry Potter looking at pants and there is a ghost there. And this is what came up. Next slide, please,
does
Pat.
look great.
Of course, the original Harry Potters, we have the Dementors.
Woo! Dementors!
Yeah, and in my fan fiction, next slide, please, Pat, we have the Carmentors. Do the math. Next slide, please. Next slide again.
Oh my god.
AI's really good, guys. Next slide, please, Pat. Okay, of course there's Expecto Patronum, where Harry can generate a magical translucent stag out of his wand. In my books, it's Expecto Patrocum. No, you've gone one slide too far. Next slide.
Yep.
And one of the teachers demonstrates with his Patrocum elephant. AI is
fast.
seriously so good. Anyway, and of course, one of the most popular characters from me and Sam personally in book 3 is the talking piano named Piano Jones, who is discovered by Simon Cowell and goes on to win American Idol. This is Piano
I love
Jones.
that guy.
So I guess that's what you can kind of expect from the fanfic tonight. Round of applause for me. Sam, come on back up.
Can I come back up?
Yeah. Now, before we get into the actual pod, we do have just a little bit of trivia. It's shout out the answer. So if you know the answer, just shout it out. And do you want to explain the prizes?
I
to
guess
people?
so. We got a few. We actually got one main prize somewhere, but also basically I think I've been kind of fired / let go from the same radio station about 6 times, and I have so much merch from there that I just thought we'd give away in prizes. So, does anyone work for the Hit Network here, SCA? Well, I'm going to give
No, one person actually does. You're exempt from this.
You don't care, do you, Zach? Well, good, and don't tell anyone. So we've got some tote bags. We've got to thank God you're here, tote bag.
So we're not authorised to give away any of this merch. We're just we don't buy merch, so we've stolen it from other companies, and we're going to give it to you.
We've got a Cheap Seeds tote bag. Don't tell them either. What about some Fox t-shirts? Anyone want to those?
Fox FM.
Everything must go. Oh, another one. Here we go. Who wants a Fox jumper? Guess I've got medium. I've got large. I've got another one.
Any Triple M, or have we just got Fox?
No, I do. Here we go. Triple M jacket. That's actually probably the best one. The Rock Patrol. Then we've got literally a medium, large, and extra large Triple M t-shirt.
Okay, we don't even have this many trivia questions. So during the night, if you contribute in some way,
today,
we'll give you a Fox
get
FM
one.
t-shirt. Fox has not approved this.
No.
I'll start with the first question. So in my fanfiction, Harry Potter repeatedly denies having a brief sexual fling behind the Quidditch pitch, with which student? Is it A, Dean Thomas, or B, Ron? She's got it.
Jenny.
You get a Fox FM t-shirt.
I know.
Well done,
Well,
Jenny.
what would you like, Jenny?
Do you want Fox FM? Yeah.
T-shirt?
Okay.
Did you say? Or jump? Oh fuck! All right.
I'll continue. In a recent chapter, Harry joins Santa Claus on his sleigh, but they are quickly hijacked by Santa's worst enemy, named A, the Easter Bunny, B, Felix Navidad. Did you say Felix? It was Felix.
Who said
do you
that?
want a Fox FM t-shirt?
Jesse? Or what do you? Do you want a tote bag? Do you want a t-shirt? Do you want
Have a t-shirt with the blue sleeves.
the t-shirt?
great. Good choice.
That is in
choice.
this one. Great choice, crew. So you can actually just get into any of the. So next time they do the like Fridays live or the world famous rooftop, just chuck that on, and you're in.
In the second book of my fan fiction, Harold's dad claims to have written which popular Eddie Murphy film? Is it Dr. Dolittle or The Nutty Professor? Who said Nutty Professor? Kyle, is that you? You've won a prize. Do you want a Fox FM shirt or a Triple M? Thank God you're here. Triple M.
The jacket or the t-shirt?
Yeah, great.
Jacket
Awesome.
size meat. Anyway, we'll talk about it later.
And the final trivia question. Harry Potter has a sock puppet look-alike called Socky Potter. Who voices Socky on the podcast? Sam or Mike or other? Anyone want to volunteer an answer? You look like you want to.
Mike.
It is Mike! Do you want a Fox FM t-shirt?
What would you like?
Oh, give us the jumper.
Yeah.
Fox FM jumper, that's really good. Those are expensive
do you want,
as well.
Do you want M or L?
L.
There you
L,
go.
yeah, great.
What was your name?
Will.
Will, do you listen to the podcast?
I have.
Okay, good.
Great. Okay, well that's good. It's good that someone
Seemed
has.
like a guess. It was a guess. It was a straight up guess. All right.
Was a guess. Yeah.
Well, I think that's it.
Well, what about the big prize? That for later.
I think we'll give that later. I'll just come up with a trivia question.
Okay.
Great.
We've
All right,
got
well,
a
we're
lot
gonna-
more prizes.
We're going to get into the actual pod now.
Can I just
prizes are still here, so feel free to shout out, heckle, whatever you want. Heckle Sam.
Can I just one thing on the Thank God You're Here tote bag, which is still up for grabs for all those playing at home. Is I noticed inside they've got they're all about saving the environment, so they're going digital, all that stuff. So what they've decided to do to let people know they're going digital and save the environment is print 1,000 million of these non-recyclable things, letting them know they're on socials. And you can really timestamp exactly when this was made because they've got the Threads logo, but then they've still got the Twitter logo.
Oh, not X.
So this was obviously
very small window
This
of
was
time.
made between July 5th and July 12th when people stopped using Threads. So nothing about that. That's just incredible. You know, Peter merch there. All right,
That's a
sorry.
good pickup. All right, we'll get into the main pod. If everyone's ready, say yes if you're ready.
Yes.
awesome.
And
All right.
when we started, we'll do a
Go
big cheer.
crazy. People are going to hear this and we want them to be like, damn, I missed out. I should have flown
Well,
down for it.
They should have.
Be excited. Pat, whenever you're ready.
50 years after the final Harry Potter book, Harry Potter is now headmaster of Hogwarts,
kind of awkward
ready to
when we have
usher
to
in
play
a
out the whole
brand
thing.
new
Oh, yeah. I
generation
was like,
of
where'd that come
witches
from?
and wizards.
Here we go.
My name's
Start
Radio
the
Mike,
podcast.
and I love Harry Potter. In fact, I love Harry Potter so much that when I was a kid, I wrote a series of 7 Harry Potter fan fiction
like what
novels.
you said at the start.
This is book 2 in that series.
Here we go.
Welcome
Sorry, guys.
to
should have
Harry
added this in
Potter
post.
and the Team Wizard Tournament.
Hello, Amores, everyone. Welcome to Harry Potter and the Boys, a fan fiction podcast by me, Radio Mike. Pat,
It's the live show. Give it up, everyone.
Pat's on his phone. I reckon you should fade it. Yeah, cool.
Sorry, I was just getting some materials for the socials.
Live at the Cooper's Inn. How is everyone?
Oh,
Awesome.
this is so awesome.
So good to
This
do
is-
our second live podcast.
This is awesome. Thank you all so much for coming out. We've just given away some prizes before this. We've
given away some merchandise that we don't own and are not allowed to give out, but
Yeah,
I
so
thought
we're-
it went down really well. Did it go down well?
Yes.
It went down well. Awesome.
Thank you so much for coming to our live podcast / end of year party because we're going to have a few drinks.
We are going to have a few drinks after. I guess starting the podcast, before we get into the actual fanfic, there's a couple sort of housekeeping things we need to
because we don't
check off.
we don't usually talk before the fanfic. We usually get straight into it.
If you do listen to the one, you know we often have long chit-chat sessions before the fanfic, and a lot of the reviews for this podcast are along the lines of wish they'd get into it quicker, right? One review from Yeet Master,
Yes.
we still remember the name, said, hate Sammy, which was really sad for Sammy.
I'm starting to think as we started this. I'm starting to think maybe you were the Yeet Master all along.
Actually, while we're here, is Yeet Master here tonight? I can't see.
yes, thank you.
He's 13.
Yeet
He's not allowed
Master
to be here.
437 was 13 and he was from northern New South Wales.
Can I give you an update? Yeet Master actually emailed me. This
Died.
isn't a joke.
Oh, sorry.
He said he's been banned from listening to the show.
No!
I guess his parents
What?
must have heard him listening and they've banned him. He's like, hey, just so you know, I can't listen anymore. My parents said I'm not allowed. And I just replied being like, cool, you probably shouldn't, to be honest.
What? But they're letting him email a total stranger. 29-year-old man from Melbourne.
Okay, well, housekeeping.
fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Sorry.
Housekeeping, though, we do have to do this because there is...
We have to clean up after we leave. So, no, we don't.
There is one listener of this show who, again, we call her the official correspondent of the show. She has been listening from the start. Her name is Amy. We're doing an Amy check.
Is Amy
here
in the
tonight?
house?
Amy's here! Amy, come and grab the mic because we love to do Amy updates on this show.
Oh, we thought we had a roving mic. We have a mic.
The
cord is not
isn't
long enough.
Amy,
We're
welcome
really
back. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for calling me up again. I didn't say much last time. So.
Are you
This is
enjoying the
great.
show? Are you enjoying like the podcast? Not tonight, just the show in general.
I am, yeah.
Yeah, great.
And what about tonight?
Yeah, great.
And is your boyfriend here?
He is.
Okay, and do you think he's enjoying it? Shout out if you're enjoying it so far.
Thank you. Maybe we should get into more of those jokes he spoke about.
Amy, can we ask, at one point early in the pod, there were actually two Amys. There was you and there was another Amy.
A competing Amy.
And both of you would write in every week, right? And then at one point, other Amy just dropped off. We never heard from her again. And she was a Patreon and then she dropped off the Patreon.
Oh.
What are your thoughts on that as an Amy? Is that an Amy thing to do?
No comment.
Okay, no comment. Oh, she might have killed her.
Can only be one.
I think that what that means, I think what you're feeling, Amy might be feeling, is that, yeah, I've won. I fucking beat the other
Yeah,
Amy.
I made it to season 3.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Do you think you'll make it to season 4?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Can we always count on you to love this show?
Yeah.
Okay, what about your boyfriend?
Mike, your insecurities
Yeah.
are showing.
Okay. There's another check we have to do. Amy, thank you
All
very
right,
much.
thank you so
Round of
much,
applause for
Amy.
Amy. There's another check now. I actually think I've inadvertently confirmed this check myself because last time we did a live show, there was a boy who was actually sitting right there. It wasn't
boy?
you, but there was a man rather that was sitting right there.
13-year-old from...
And from
Lismore.
memory, his name was Joel. And Joel had never listened to the podcast before, but he won the trivia, the grand prize, and he ended up being the punching bag for the whole show.
No, but then he kind of stole the microphone and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were a lot of Joel
There's a lot of
antics
me
that
time.
night. He was dragged along by a friend.
He
So
won't be
tonight,
here. He won't be here.
I actually know the answer to this, but Joel,
We're doing
are
a
you
Joel
here
check.
tonight? Yes. He's here. He's in the front row. Joel came back. Joel, come and jump on the mic. Joel.
Oh my God.
Hello.
How did you feel after we bullied you last time? Did you feel bad?
I was speechless.
In a good way
I
or a
was
bad
so
way?
well. You weren't allowing me to talk. You banned me from talking.
I banned
so
Joel
I wasn't
from
allowed
talking.
to speak.
Yeah.
Sorry,
and now
I-
look at you now. You're on
Yeah, I'm
mic.
back.
You're
I
getting
was
some
hoping
air-
that Will would get picked on this time.
Well,
I was
he's
hoping
about
to
to.
pass the baton.
Joel,
Well, he did win a prize without speaking, so it's a good legacy. Without listening.
Joel, have you listened to an episode since the live show?
No.
So you've still never listened to this pod, but you voluntarily chose to come back. Are you just going to be the guy who only comes to live shows?
You said my name was on the door, so I thought
Yeah,
I'd
try. I did message Joel and I was like, hey, mate, I know you came last time. If you want to come again, I'm just going to put your name on the door. And I
Don't tell people that.
I didn't expect you to
How you
come.
do it. So you get in.
I think you've grown some facial hair since then.
I think I got rid of it all.
You've really grown up.
Yeah,
really
shit.
hairy
One of the
boy
two. It was one of the two. And what are you wearing on your shirt?
It's a badge. It's a Smelling Good Productions badge.
What's Smelling Good Productions?
It's a podcast that William Boyd here runs.
Is this William Boyd?
Yeah, that's William
So you've
Boyd.
come to the show promoting someone else's podcast. William Boyd, Joel, sit down. William Boyd,
Is
tell everyone about your podcast.
We don't do live shows.
Okay.
So boo! Cowards.
So
Sorry.
Can I ask? Only me and you might get this, but
Yes.
I am aware of rumours circulating of a William Boyd who doesn't like me because apparently I ghosted you on Instagram when you were asking for podcast advice a few years ago. Are you said William Boyd?
Yes, and you did ghost me.
I
Yes.
did ghost you. And you know what? You asked me for podcast advice, and now you're doing your own podcast. So it all worked out for you.
I asked and you didn't respond. And I
Yeah,
worked
but
out
you got
myself.
the advice from somewhere. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
just YouTube. really.
yeah, okay. Well,
They always
there you go.
respond.
I think the lesson that you learnt is that everyone in the industry is a dick and won't respond. What?
What's-
Just to. This meant nothing to me. Did this mean something? I have no idea. Does everyone know what they're talking?
Go listen to another podcast.
No, like
Yeah.
I'm just like I'm
If
living
you tune
my
into the Remembering Project season 3,
No, seriously.
this will all be explained.
Seriously, guys, I'm just living my life, and everyone starts tagging me and stuff, being like, "There's this guy called William Boyd, and he hates you because you ghosted him." I'm like, "Who is William Boyd? I've never met this guy," and that's why he hates me because I didn't meet him.
I went on Joel's podcast.
Everyone's
Joel.
got a podcast. Sit down. No,
Joel, get up here.
William Boyd, sit down. We're moving on. Thanks. A round of applause for William
really
Boyd. Okay.
This is actually insane. Does anyone here not have a fucking podcast? No, Zach, you've been on a podcast. Have you got a podcast? Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Bella, you've been on our podcast. Yeah, because
Shit.
you.
Well, I guess just one other thing. We've done our Joel check. You had podcast check, our Amy check. I think we should find out who's come the furthest tonight. Has anyone come here from interstate? Yep. You have? From
For
where?
specifically this?
Yeah.
Where'd you come from?
Oh, hell
wow.
yes.
No wonder you're wearing a cowboy hat. That's weird. Tassie's
It's just
weird.
a hat. It's
Yeah.
so cool. Oh, well, thank you so... Well, you know what they say about Tassie? Home of the free, land of the brave. And nothing else. And anyone else come from interstate? Yeah, Sunshine Coast.
Sunshine Coast. So you flew down here. How much were the tickets?
Oh.
The flights.
Personal.
Like that's a lot of no, that's a lot of money to spend on this. Thank you.
You're
Okay.
She's a pilot, so not much. Sunshine Coast. You know what they say about the Sunshine Coast? Home of the free, land of the brave. I know it very well.
One more thing we should do is get an ultimate check on. There's a character in the books that's very divisive. His name's Dimmy Dimatina. We've decided that half of the listeners seem to be Dimmy defenders and half seem to be Dimmy deniers.
Just to explain this character, it's a character Mike Ramley wrote into the book called Dimmy, who is essentially just Eric Cartman from South Park.
Yeah.
Does the most annoying shit voice.
Can we get a show of hands, even if you haven't heard the podcast?
I'm a Dimmy denier.
Just on vibe, are you a Dimmy? Hands up, Dimmy defenders. Yeah, a lot of Dimmy defenders out there. Hands
Okay.
up. To
Show
the-
me those Dimmy
How
deniers.
about, okay, there's a lot of Dimmy
Yeah.
tonight. Oh no, there's actually
Dimmy
not
deniers
many.
get a prize. Any more hands? Yep. Woohoo! Yeah.
Okay.
No, I just wanted to ask because usually, if you listen to the podcast, we often bring our own like Harry Potter related tidbits.
Yeah.
Well, we often bring our own. We often don't plan them at all and don't think of them, and wait till during the podcast to do it. So we thought maybe does anyone? You can do this at any time or right now. Does anyone have a Harry Potter tidbit or something from the show or anything? Just feel free to volunteer it. You'll get a prize, or we can do it later. But speak now and you get a prize.
The Fox FM t-shirts are of a high quality
Okay.
material.
Yeah,
guys. Like, I
they're
highly
actually not
recommend-
that good. They
They're
know
not,
what the
they're not.
prizes are, so that
Yeah.
was bad. That was bad.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were waiting for people to talk.
No.
Okay. Let's do the next segment, Sam, which is Harry Potter bands and songs.
Oh, shit.
Bringing it back. So, if anyone has one of these, you can get a prize if you come up with one. So we're doing Harry Potter themed bands and songs. Do you have some? I asked you to write some.
You did, and I think I
You do.
typed
Okay.
some out right before we left.
I'm gonna start just so people get the vibe because I really like Cho themed ones, like Cho Chang themed ones. So my first one
Better not steal mine.
is the Jonas Brothers.
Really good.
Is that good?
Yeah, that actually is
Thanks,
good.
man. You do one.
I won't do it. I might have had a Cho one,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
Okay, mine are deep cuts. We all remember, you guys know Harry Potter. We all remember, we all remember the old school friend of Dumbledore's, Elphias Doge.
Oh, God. Okay.
So, I've got Elphias Doja Cat. Oh, thank
Okay,
you.
that's
Thank you.
decent. Yeah, that's good. I really like Cho themed ones, so I'm sticking with Cho themed ones. You a pop punk kind of guy? You ever been a pop? Okay.
Oh.
If any pop punkers
Yeah.
in the room,
I am.
A few, none.
I am actually.
How about listen to a bit of all time Cho? Bit of all time Cho.
That's actually good.
All-time low.
I've got to respect that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. Did we do this last time? Helga Hufflepuff Daddy.
We've definitely had that.
Okay.
before.
Fuck. Okay. Oh, this is so shit. There's a certain kind of fauna that makes an appearance and I think actually in the real films and books, I think makes the same sound as the artist they're named after, Mandrake.
That's good.
Yeah.
I've got one more.
I've
got two more. I really like Cho themed ones. This is actually a song. It's a great song.
It's a song.
Bit of Chotel California. The Eagles.
Not paying that one.
Okay.
What about Cedric Diggory? You know him, and
Yep.
his dad, A. Miley Cyrus Diggory.
What?
Amos Diggory?
That's
come
so
on.
bad. That's bad.
You know,
this
he was like,
this is
got
my
my
last
hands
one.
up, they're killing my son. All right.
This is my last
At the
one.
funeral, they left lots of flowers.
That's
Okay,
okay.
that shouldn't go for us. We
this-
can't stop, we won't stop. This is our house.
Are you
go-
done?
yeah,
Okay. This is my last one. I'm a big fan of Cho themed
Fuck.
ones. The Mighty Mighty Boss Chones. That didn't hit as hard as I thought it would.
We're going to keep going. What about this? This person was killed by Voldemort in order to make his last Horcrux, and their name was Bertha Jorkins. What about Bertha Bjorkins? Okay. Wilhelmina Grubbly Plank, the substitute creature. That one? What about Wilhelmina Hoobastank?
She's not even in the movie.
They're getting worse.
No.
What about? I actually really like Cho-themed ones. And yeah, I can't believe you missed this. Olivia Rodrigo Cho.
What? Oh yeah, that actually works.
Cho Olivia Rodrigo.
That's
Which
actually
one?
okay. Hey, let's move on to the next thing. One more thing before we get into the double F, the fanfic.
nah.
Pat, could you please bring up my guitar? Round of applause for my guitar. Not Pat. Last time, Sam, hey Pat, can you get the stand for my mic? Just this one here. Thanks, mate. Round of applause for the mic, not Pat. Thanks, Pat. Good work. Last time, Sam did a musical number.
Yeah, and we. Why did you? Who was here last time? There was a musical number. Yeah, you're there. But we didn't really rehearse one, so we just thought we're not going to do one this year. No musical numbers. But you did bring the guitar.
Well, I did bring a guitar.
But just because it's already going so well, I don't think we need to do it. We don't need to do a musical number at all.
I don't think we should do a musical number, Sam.
I really don't think we should.
Of course, we are waiting for the special guests to arrive, but I don't think we should fill the time with a musical number.
No, because you
mainly just because I got a feeling
no, you're singing now.
that tonight's gonna be a bad
No,
night.
we're already having fun.
Tonight's gonna be a bad night.
We actually agreed on not singing, so I don't know.
Tonight's gonna be a bad night.
Mike, no. First of all, no singing. We said we don't do no singing, and I think everyone here. You're already having a good time, aren't you? Yeah. I actually think we don't need a musical number. Let's not do one. I think we're already having a good time because I can sense something about these guys. Because I got a feeling. Because Harry Potter and the boys are inside. And you remembered to lock the doors right. Yeah, tonight's gonna be a good. Hey, what the hell is that?
Oh my
What?
God.
What the
The
hell?
special guest is arriving.
What the?
It's Piano,
Piano
Jones, the talking
Jones.
piano from the box.
What? Oh my God!
Tonight's the
Tonight, hey, let's give it up. Piano Jones is here to fuck. Come at and smash you like, oh my God. He crushed those children like Hagrid's butt. I was discovered by Simon Cowell. He said, Piano, you're hotter than Harry Styles in a towel. I don't know what to do with all this ass, so I took Harry Potter's sex-making class.
I'll sign your boobs.
Mazel tov.
Go on a tangent for half the pod.
The Dark Lord's back.
On a bum crack.
Genius.
And then we'll make a joke. And then we'll do it again. Bout pooing, and cooing, and coming, and wanking, and wanking, and
cheers it up and pooing and wanking and fill the chapters and Hagrid and pooing and wanking and
coming,
wanking.
wanking, pooing, farting.
Here they come, commenters. They gonna suck, nearly dickless. Ned that goes hard as a rock. Harry makes Neville suck. Just stop. Down, wipe it down with that talking sock. Oh, we've got the song.
we didn't rehearse this much, to be honest, guys.
Mike, Lockie, Luke and Rob, Sam and Tom, Sam Thompson, Derek, Dimmy, Gemini, R.I.P. Belonskis. We must apology for everything you see, and there's no gender equality. I'm feeling that tonight's gonna be one everyone enjoys. So if you're keen, let's hear you make some noise. Welcome to Harry Potter and the Boys. Oh my God.
Pat, take my guitar.
Wow.
Could you please bring the iPad? When you finish with the guitar, bring the iPad, please, Pat.
Thank you so much, everyone.
That went way better than I thought. Like, I did not know the words. When we were in the green room, aka the toilets, I did not know the words and I was rehearsing them.
We really didn't practice that, so thank you all. Can you believe that?
Guys, feel free to heckle, shout out, laugh, whatever, because there is still one grand prize to give away that people are really going to love.
And I mean, who was thinking in mind, I wonder who the special guest is going to be? And they were thinking, could it be...
Did anyone have any thoughts on who the special guest might have been?
Yeah, someone was like, oh, it could be Hamish Blake. Mike knows him.
Jack Post.
Yeah,
These are all
that could be
people
it.
we definitely have their phone numbers and could have asked them. They probably would have said
Could have been
no.
my girlfriend Mel.
Yeah, she would have been great.
Mel,
Could have been Pat. You would have been great, Pat. Next time.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing the iPad.
But it's Piano Jones. Wow.
Yeah, Piano Jones.
What do you think about Piano Jones?
Pat, Sam, I hand over...
Do you actually want me here? I don't understand. Yeah.
Sam, I hand over the iPad that contains Chapter 30 of Book 3 in my fanfiction, Harry Potter.
You did tell me you were going to print it out.
And the commentors from Kazkaban. I don't have a printer. I didn't want to go to my dad's place just to use his printer. That feels bad.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. We hope that song was something, and you listened to it, so that's good.
We do pick up the action at Chapter 30 after last week's chapter in which Harry accompanied Santa Claus on his journey across the world to deliver presents to all the kids.
And we're also introduced to another character called Felix Navidad.
Felix Navidad, Santa's worst enemy.
Yes, because it was a scorned ex-lover of Santa's, and his name is Felix Navidad.
Yeah.
He was upset that people called him Feliz Navidad in the song. And now, to get a revenge, every Christmas Eve, he flies all over Spain, delivering poo to all the children.
So we pick up with Chapter 30, Sam, and you're a regular listener, Bella? How do we usually start? Jump on the mic. How do we start? Tell Sam how we start.
I feel like something about reading the title of the chapter.
We always start by reading the title of the chapter,
Okay,
Sam, which
here we go.
this week is...
Chapter 30. You know what? I might let Piano Jones the honours. It's... Ooh.
And in English,
Okay.
instead of piano.
Chapter 30. Hogwarts Poker Night.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
That sounds fun.
Hogwarts Poker Night.
We're getting wild tonight.
Getting wild tonight, yeah.
Okay, sure. Do you want me to start?
I reckon just start, yeah.
Fuck,
Get
all
into
right.
it. Here we go.
Who are you?
Who's excited?
Master 437?
Yeah, a few people are excited. 2 people, thank you.
All right, here we go. After Harry flew back to the North Pole to fetch Neville, they both started discussing their plans for the upcoming annual Hogwarts Poker Night.
So it's an annual tradition. When would that have started, do you think? Because it wasn't in the original books.
Well, it wasn't? I don't know. Yeah.
Well, it could have been. Maybe JK just didn't focus on it.
it
Because
just-
we assume there is lots of things happening at Hogwarts. We can't know about all of it.
They literally can't write them all down.
No.
I mean, what's left in the
Order
Brown?
of the Phoenix was a pretty fucking long book, to be honest. But
I was
aside from that.
I was going to say, what's Lavender Brown up to these days? I remember she died in the last one. So,
Okay.
okay, here we go. Okay, now let's go over the invite list one more time, said Harry Potter, who was standing naked on the astronomy tower with a vibrating dildo in his asshole, looking out the window onto the school grounds with binoculars to make sure students weren't misbehaving.
Now that is, we could end the night there. We could end it there, but we
How
should
do you
keep
fit
going.
that into one?
But you know what I love about this author, which is the young me, is just how aptly he paints a picture. Like there is no, like Even AI couldn't generate a better picture than those words.
I will give you that, but I also think it's something you should discuss in therapy. But,
That's probably true. Again,
so, yeah.
various members of my family are in the room tonight, so, you know.
So what? I
don't
can't
know,
not read
that's
it. You wrote that.
That's true.
I'm
Let's keep it PG.
So anyone from Mike's family here?
They
Yeah?
specifically asked not to be mentioned.
Yep.
They actually did. They said, just don't involve us in any way.
So just one more time, a vibrating dildo in his asshole, it actually says. So there we go. Okay. Neville had a large list of names in front of him and began reading it. Okay, me, you, Satan, he began. Satan was invited, Harry said. Yep, I actually sent Santa's invite to Satan, said Neville.
That's a fair mistake to make.
It is.
Very similar spelling.
Yeah, it is. Oh, dear God, Neville, we can't have Satan at our poker night, mate. Think, Neville, think. Satan is the fucking devil, Neville. That rhymes.
That's a good rhyme.
Yeah. Fucking hell, Neville. Can you get anything right? Anything at all?
Next page, please.
Yeah, okay, I'm trying, mate. This is a different iPad as well.
Yeah.
What are you doing to me? Neville, you know, Neville, for once in my life, I just wish I could give you a job and you get it right. Fuck! I'll deal with it later. Who else? Harry said. Monsieur Charger, Cheeseman Damo, Aslan.
Aslan, a character from a different fantasy children's book series. Good.
J.K. Rowling wouldn't be on my list.
So the author of the book of the original series is invited to a story in the book.
Wow.
Crazy.
I don't know if I don't know if J.K. and Monsieur Charger would get along. You know? Someone who's,
I don't think JK would appreciate this fan fiction, to be honest, especially being in it.
Yeah, okay. The portrait of Professor Dumbledore from your office, the ghost of Uncle Vernon, 8 of the Centaurs, Boxley Washington, Piano Jones.
Oh, piano's here.
Oh, good on you, Piano. Madame Rose Murta, the stripper, and Dimmy. Harry, do you think it's a good idea to invite a student to the poker night? There'll be alcohol and cocaine with... and cocaine without the E at the end. And especially strippers, Neville said.
Especially strippers. And I think there was only one stripper, so yeah. Anyway, we might find out.
Sorry, okay. You were there. Harry moved toward Neville and swiped the list out of his hand while saying, "Oh, pipe down, Neville. He's 13 years old, not bloody 1.
That reminds me of in Summer Heights High when Jemaine's dating the year 7. Just like, do you think you should be dating a year 7? Oh, he's 13. He's not 10. Like,
I feel like you've lifted that exactly.
I feel like that is. I watched that and then I wrote it into my fanfic, which often happens with Summer Heights High quotes. Good show.
I should keep going.
Yeah, probably.
Or should we just put Summer Heights High on? Yeah. Should we just quietly? Should we turn the projector off rather than having a weird blue light?
Yeah, if someone can, Pat, you work on that while
he won't
while
know.
we do
He doesn't
this.
know how to.
Yeah, but Pat's working tonight as a producer, so that falls under your. We can't do it. Just go talk to someone. Figure it out.
He's gonna miss it. He's gonna miss it.
Yeah. No, seriously, I want you to do it. Thank you. Anyway, someone can take care of that.
I
Probably
knew
can't.
that would happen beforehand.
Why did you ask Keelan? He doesn't work here. Okay, guys, Pat, you're doing a great job tonight, but someone else did it. Okay, cool.
No,
Round
that was
of applause, Pat. Well done, Pat. Thank you.
It was funny. Pat actually did it, and you didn't want to give him the credit.
Oh, sorry. Good work. Well done,
Good work, Pat.
You did a great job.
This is just typical of just the fuckness of this podcast. All right. Are we feeling organised? Everyone feeling like we're going as we normally do? Yes, good.
We're on page 2 of the chapter, so we should probably keep going.
Okay. Harry, oh yeah, I said that. 13 years old, not bloody 1. By the time I was his age, I'd already given Dean Thomas head at the back of the Quidditch pitch. Actually, ignore that. I never did that. Also, invite Dean Thomas. I haven't seen him since. Actually, never mind.
I love the recurring joke that Harry and Dean Thomas were gay lovers.
Well, I don't think it's a joke.
No, it's just funny that he denies it.
I like them together.
Yeah, I ship them. I'm a Harry Dean shipper.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, Neville. Anyway, Neville, remember that big job I've given you tonight? Budget of Hogwarts is tight, so I need you to get this one right. I don't want you to fuck it up, okay? You fuck up a lot of stuff, Neville. But please don't fuck this one up for me. I'm counting on you, man. You disappoint me. Sorry. Well, I said that like it was going to keep going. It is just a full stop. You disappoint me. Anyway, I need to get ready. See you at the poker night, Neville. Remember, go hard or go home. And I mean that figuratively. No, literally. Whatever, you get what I mean.
I don't get what he means. Anyway.
I'm just had this sudden realization that I feel like Harry treats Neville how you treat Pat.
But
Including
similar to me, Harry does employ Neville. So.
Yes. And very similarly to you, you give Pat sex lessons. Weekly in your office. And by office, I mean the men's toilets.
I'm looking for new work.
Yeah. All right. Now, for some reason, this is in italics, and it just says, flash forward in time to 8 p.m. that night, where various people were meeting for the annual Hogwarts Poker Night.
So sometimes the book just goes into like stage play, not novel. Like it's like now we're here, and it's interior daytime Hogwarts.
Because you could just, without going into italics, you could just say, it was 8 p.m.
Yeah. That's
Everyone
what I could've
started
said.
arriving with, okay.
But again, I think the author really paints a picture. Which is
You actually, they do here. There are a bunch of roulette tables, poker tables, blackjack tables, and casino workers working there. Various guests are having fun at the various game.
That's what's written. We
This is
read
really
as
I hope
is.
everyone appreciates when they listen how hard this is to read. Because there's so much just repeating the same word 5 times one sentence, wrong spelling, wrong grammar. I know that even saying wrong grammar is probably incorrect as well, but anyway. Oh, I lose again, Harry said. Guess I've got to remove another item of clothing. Harry was deliberately losing so he could take his clothes off in front of everyone else, and was now just wearing a pink G-string.
Can I voice Cheeseman Damo?
You can.
Yeah.
You can.
That's his next line.
But weren't you, isn't this part where you're going to show her in the pink G-string?
No. No.
That was a coincidence.
Cheeseman Damo speaks. He's the HR manager at the school. Harry, when you asked if we wanted to play strip poker, everyone said no. and it's also against the code of conduct.
Cheeseman Damo said. Harry ignored him and looked over at Aslan, who was visiting from the Chronicles of Narnia books.
Can I voice Aslan if he talks?
Yes, you can
Okay,
voice
thank you.
Aslan if he talks. Why the fuck is Aslan here? So anyway, Aslan, Harry began, looking around, sniggering. How's everything going in your book series?
The Chronicles of Narnia does come up a little bit in this fanfic, and it's always like saying how much it sucks.
Didn't Aslan... Oh, I was going to say, didn't Aslan die in these books? But didn't he also die in the actual books? And
I
come back
think
to life?
if I remember the movie, doesn't Aslan die and come back to life? Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Isn't Aslan, isn't it like a Jesus kind of vibe? Yeah, it's
Oh.
a metaphor. We got a few metaphors here. Yeah,
Okay.
cool.
Is Harry Potter a metaphor for anything?
Is metaphor guy? No, it's
not?
not. There's no metaphor. Okay, thanks, metaphor guy.
You know what? You were so good at that. I'm going to upgrade you to Meta 5.
That was funny.
Good stuff.
All right, go. Okay.
Aslan, the talking lion from the Narnia series, looked frustrated at Harry, as though he felt embarrassed by the question. He picked up a card, and threw some chips in the middle. Everyone around Aslan was sniggering a little bit because everyone knew the Chronicles of Narnia was shit. And
It is who's read it? Like, seriously.
shit, and would never be as good as Harry Potter. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
The movies weren't great either.
This is Aslan. I don't know what he sounds like, so this
I
is just
can-
my interpretation.
Yes, I think I know what voice you're going to do.
Well, honestly, Harry, not fucking good. No one is writing Narnia fan fiction. Who cares about Narnia? You know, we really thought we were onto something. Me, the witch, the wardrobe, and
And then you guys came along in the 90s and just blew everyone away with your bloody magic school this and your Voldemort that. And don't even get me started on Hermione. There were no hot girls in Narnia.
Aslan remarked.
He remarked.
He remarked that. That's the first time you've used a different thing by than said as well, so that excites me. So they're no... Oh, but well, that's a bit of a slight on a few... On
Narnia, but it sucks.
Yeah.
It's okay because it sucks.
Okay.
Even the movies
There
were
were no
bad.
hot girls in Narnia. And there are also no female characters in this whole fan fiction.
Madame Rosmerta's here.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, she is, yeah. I wonder if she'll get a
She's
speaking
waving
line.
the flag.
Oh, and of course, Madame Pomfrey is...
Madame Pomfrey
features
pops up a
heavily.
bit, yeah.
Okay. The whole table with laughing at Aslan... Fuck. Because it was a known fact that nobody likes the Chronicles of Narnia. Repeating ourselves here. One of the centaurs at the party actually walked around and was like, guys, who am I? Who am I? Mr. Tumnus.
This is a really deep cut Narnia
Everyone
chapter.
laughed hysterically. Mr. Tumnus could get it, I reckon.
Yeah.
It was played by, in the movies, it was played by that guy.
Who?
Yeah.
Who said that? This guy here. Hey.
Well, no, you get a prize. You do get
Was
a
it
prize.
actually James McAvoy?
Yeah.
Isn't he in X-Men?
Yeah.
Oh, he's in lots of stuff,
People
I
are
guess.
getting people are getting angry at you. Quick, give him a prize.
Have a Movember shirt. Is this... What is Movember?
That's because I did a gig for Movember, and they gave me the T-shirt. and
Can you get this to someone, please?
Yeah. Pat, get that to someone. Stat. Well, they're gonna
Okay.
Okay. After it settled down, and Aslan rang his mum to pick him up.
Mom, pick me up.
Oh, fuck. Dimmy chimed in.
Oh, Dimmy. Okay. Harry, I love you.
Who said boo? Boo, Dimmy!
Harry, I love your G-string. It really shows off your butt. And if you don't mind me saying, your body is so tanned and handsome. I can definitely see a lot of chicks being sexually attracted to you. Or guys, if that's your thing. Which I think it is Harry's thing, based on what we've heard.
And Piano Jones, what do you think of Dimmy? Not a fan. I think we should get Piano Jones more involved. I think Piano Jones got a lot to say.
Yeah?
Piano Jones, what do you think of the current state of Australian politics? And what do you...
Sam.
And I think, do you ever... I actually heard Piano Jones talking a bit of politics before. Do you have any... And what can we do about the current conflicts in the world? Oh my God, that would work! Quick, get that to the White House.
That's actually funny.
Okay.
I think that's funny. No, that is funny. We did talk about doing that.
We talked about doing that, and then Mike, at the time I did it, decided to leave me out to dry.
All right.
Harry looked flattered. Wow, Dimmy, you're such a sweet kid. Hey, do you want to see my broomstick collection? Harry said, while standing.
We assume it's standing. But
Harry
we
said
don't
while
know.
standing up from the table and taking Dimmy to the other side of the room where he had a bunch of broomsticks on display.
This is Santa? 3 of a kind.
Said Santa, who had just finished up Christmas and was looking to let loose a bit of the poker night.
Looks like you'll need to take your pants off, Monsieur Charger.
Everybody was egging Monsieur Charger on until Monsieur Charger revealed that he, in fact, had 8 kings, which meant that Santa had to remove his pants. I'm not even sure if everyone's familiar with cards.
With a deck of cards, but yeah. Maybe they're playing 2 decks.
They're not. Santa questioned the legitimacy of Monsieur Charger's hand, but removed his pants anyway. Oh, shit. I'm really sorry.
A few childhoods are about to be crushed, but continue.
I'm really sorry about this. Santa was not wearing underwear. You know those times where you just think, what am I fucking doing in my life? I'm in this for the money. Santa was not wearing underwear and revealed a sizable penis underneath his woolly outfit.
Oh, yeah. It's not always like this. Up in the North Pole, it shrivels up quite a bit because of the cold. Tries to keep itself warm so it all shrivels up. It's not used to non-below zero temperatures, so it really grows out here at Hogwarts. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, my God. That has ruined...
That's a really good explanation for why it's so big, though. I like that.
I don't want any presents anymore. I do not want Santa coming down my chimney. All right. Suddenly, Harry returned to the table with Dimmy riding his shoulders.
Oh, God.
And I don't know who speaks here. It doesn't say if it's Harry or...
I think it's Harry. I'm going to say it's Harry.
Whoa, nice dick, Santa. Hey, guys, that's a great idea. Let's all compare dicks. So that's not in the script. That was just... I'm just thinking.
There's definitely something deep in my childhood coming out here, but go on.
Did you go to an all-boys school? No. Yeah. Everyone started showing their dicks. I'm so sorry, everyone. And
I love that everyone in the room's like, yeah, that is a good idea. Let's do that. That's fun. Never have I been in a room where someone suggests we compare dicks, and I go, we should do that.
But have you been there for the first part?
What first part?
Where people say we should compare dicks.
No, I never have.
Okay. That makes one of us. You obviously weren't listening. Okay. Everyone started showing their dicks, and Madame Rosmerta... she does appear.
Yeah.
And Madame Rosmerta even did a line of cocaine off Boxley Washington's dick.
He's the minister of magic
in my book. So it's like doing a line off Albo's schlong, but...
Yeah. Is anyone uncomfortable right now?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I like we got Madame Rosmerta in, but just to do a line off someone's dick. Piano Jones showed his dick, which was piano-like. Piano.
Sam.
I can only reach the high notes, so it doesn't really... Yeah. Okay, it was piano-like. But then Harry said it was a stupid game after he saw how large everyone else's dick was compared to his, and made everyone swear to never talk about it.
I would do that if I was Harry too.
Yeah, exactly. Don't worry. He even used a spell to accidentally cut off Aslan's enormous lion dick, which frankly was...
Didn't Aslan call his mum to pick him up like 10 minutes ago?
She's running late.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because of, see, mum, my dick got chopped off because you were late.
Yeah. I mean, if I had $1 for every time that happened to us. Okay. He even used line dick, which frankly was simply too big to fit in anything, let alone a vagina.
Someone's having like a panic attack.
I think they're crying.
Someone's crying.
Get out now while you can. Oh, I'm so sorry, everyone. Oh, for fuck's sake. Again, I feel like I should say, because some people haven't listened to the podcast, I take absolutely no ownership over this. Mike wrote this.
It's all under my name. If you want to sue the show, leave him out of it.
Sure, sue me for the merchandise. No.
Okay, you go.
Oh, yeah. Dimmy and Harry walked back to the broomstick collection, talking about how much of a stupid game the dick comparison game was, and started some chit-chat.
Oh, that's cool.
That's something that we
do that a lot.
Yeah. Hey, Dimmy, just want you to know it's been awesome getting to know you this year, said Harry.
Thank you, Professor Potter. I think so too. My manager Gavin is really glad we were able to negotiate a bigger part for me in this book.
Dimmy replied.
So Dimmy always refers to his manager Gavin, who is apparently like working on movie deals with Adam Sandler and Quentin Tarantino, and also has managed him in getting a part in this book, apparently.
Oh my God. Okay. Dimmy replied.
I'm having so much fun getting to know you too.
Yeah? Said Harry.
Yeah.
Said Dimmy. Yeah, said Harry, more sexfully. Moving his face closer to Dimmy's.
Yeah,
said Dimmy, seeming unsure of what was going on. Yeah, Harry said, getting pretty close to Dimmy's
Professor Potter, what are you doing?
Dimmy said. Oh God, I definitely misread that situation.
So Dimmy is a student, by the way, so this is just... We went to Catholic school, so probably explains
it. Explains it.
Oh, Pep's getting trigger happy on the buttons.
No, I like it.
Oh, okay.
That was needed. It was needed. Yeah. Shit. Harry looked around awkwardly and then scurried over to his desk and opened the top drawer to pull out Socky Potter.
Everyone's getting a run in every
Oh my
character.
God.
This is
Socky
like-
Potter, which we both remembered to bring today.
We were going to actually bring a sock and make Socky Potter, but I thought Sam was doing it and Sam thought I was doing it. So then we did Piano Jones.
Yeah, but then
instead.
we talked about the googly eyes, and you said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to get some googly eyes for Piano Jones." I just thought you'd get them for Socky Potter.
Could have just taken off my sock.
I wouldn't have touched that. I know where it's been. Okay, so to pull out Socky Potter, he placed Socky in front of Dimmy's face and said,
Stay in school, Timmy. Don't do drugs. Except for the good ones like heroin. Wait, no. Heroin's one of the bad ones. Wait. Okay, I'm not sure. Oh, look over there. The stripper's here.
So this is Harry like doing this in Timmy's face.
Yep. Harry pointed at the door where there was nobody there and then said, "That's your cue! That's your cue!" very
Oh, no.
loudly.
I think I know where this is heading.
Suddenly, the door to Harry's office flung open to reveal a stripper wearing stripper-based clothes. Such as bra.
Am I
You're
wrong?
fucked. Stripper-based clothes.
Yeah, such as bra. That is a stripper-based clothes.
Oh my god. Okay. The only thing was, the stripper was ...
Neville?
said Cheeseman Damo. Has anyone not listened to the podcast but is a really big fan of the books?
Yeah,
this-
what's your name? Katie.
Katie.
How are you feeling right now?
Very disturbed.
Yeah? In a good way or a bad way?
Not a good way, no.
Okay. Are you enjoying the evening?
I was just wondering how old you were when you wrote this.
13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon you were 13 when you wrote like the first one. That was
yeah.
like poo and bum, and then I think 14. It's really gone into stiffies and
Yeah. And
This isn't even-
stripper-based clothes.
this isn't
like
even the
bra.
worst one.
Yeah. Oh, this is getting close.
Yeah, because similarly, my girlfriend loves Harry Potter, and she has been a bit disturbed by the podcast. But like, she's great, and she's real, and she exists. And she's here tonight, Mel.
No, she couldn't make it.
Oh, I love you too. Anyway. Okay, I'll keep going, sure. Neville began doing stripper stuff on the stripper pole.
That's like such a, a 14-year-old, like, what do strippers do? I guess, like, stripper stuff. Like, I don't know.
I'm actually going to give you that one. Yeah.
See, I really paint a picture.
Have you danced on a pole before?
Personally, no.
What other way was I asking?
Not like,
what
so
other
now it
way
sounds
was
like
I
I'm going to be
asking
like
you?
professionally, yes, but no. Personally, no. Professionally, no. Not that there's any shame in it, but yeah, no. Just a general no.
Okay, I have.
Have you?
Yep. When I was,
Personally or professionally?
I guess both. No,
Was
well, not
this part
professional.
of, did
No,
Fox
I was-
FM make you do that?
Yes, they did. No, it was when I was when I worked as a Dracula at a haunted house. And they
What?
And then after dark, they decided to make it like really fun, and they got like pole dancers. And then I was still emceeing it. And they're like, "Oh, get Dracula out here to pole dance," and I did.
Is this true? When was this?
I don't know, a few years ago.
What do you mean? I've known you for the past like 7 years. No, I've known you since year 12. You've never told me that.
Well, I'm sorry, but you've never asked until now.
Until we read out my fanfic,
Anyway,
I guess.
sorry. Let's
Yeah.
move on. Let's move on.
Okay.
Blah, 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 blah. Oh, yes. Harry decided doing stripper. Neville began doing stripper stuff on the stripper pole Harry had installed in his office for educational reasons, and Harry started playing sexy music.
Can I voice the
Yes,
next
yeah,
character?
yeah,
Because
okay.
I just okay. You'd never guess who this is. No, no, no.
Does anyone want to guess who that is?
Who could that be? Hermione. It's not Hermione. It's definitely not Dumbledore. It's J.K.
Will?
Oh, you get a prize. What do you want? I'm gonna
Tote
fall off
bag,
the
I reckon.
chair.
I reckon give him a tote bag this time.
I didn't remember you announcing tote bags. Oh yeah, thank God you're here. Yeah.
Alright.
Thank God you're here or cheap seats. Cheap sheets or it's cheap seats. Yeah. Okay. Clearly, no one's watched it.
All right, so just go again. Everyone
Can
watches
we
that
actually
show.
address? Is it awkward for you that you're writing for 2 TV shows that are on at the exact same time? Does it ever come up?
It does come up at the 100, and then I just kind of don't mention it that much at the other show. But now we've mentioned it. all tonight. So,
Do you ever pitch the same content to both shows?
no.
Okay.
No.
You heard it here first.
No, I don't.
Because
It only came up when Andy Lee was on the cheap seats for the last episode, and it was kind of.
And you were like, "Wow, all my worlds colliding. This is crazy."
And then he's telling my other boss, "Oh yeah, because Sam's always in there, like 3 days, 4 days," and they're like, "Oh, what? How is he in there that many days when he works?"
You're like one of those people who just has 2 full-time jobs, earns 2 salaries, and you're just cheating at life. That's how it feels.
Except now I'm unemployed for the next 4 months. If
Yeah,
anyone's got
that's
work.
true.
Okay,
Anyway,
let's
so
just
J.K. Rowling, no.
J.K. Rowling said,
This is all wrong. Neville wouldn't do this.
"Some justice, finally. Here we go. Quit living in the past, J.K. Neville's all grown up. We all bloody have. Just go crazy with me, J.K. Go crazy. Come on. Dance with me, girl. Dance. The dance of life." Harry said, tapping his feet and waving his arms around like he was on cocaine. Again, with no E at the end, which he actually was. He began tap dancing on the dance floor, and Piano Jones started playing an old-timey swing tune while trying to get near Neville and ask for his number. Hit it, Mike.
Wait, sorry. So Piano Jones was trying to ask Neville his number.
I think so.
Okay.
Could you play an old-timey swing tune?
No, I can't. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Kind of feels like a letdown now. But,
Yeah,
all
it
right.
does a little bit.
So he's trying to get near Neville and asked for his number.
Another Mike character. So, JK, would you be interested in writing a new story for all of us over in Narnia?
Aslan asked J.K. Rowling.
His mum still hasn't arrived,
Yeah,
and we can
God.
only assume he's bleeding out of his crotch from
Oh my God.
Harry
Oh, yeah.
forcibly removing his appendage.
Have I told the story about how when...
I don't want to know what this could possibly be.
Not about my penis.
Okay.
No, it's just in primary school when I broke my ankle in grade 2, whatever, at recess, and my mum didn't come to pick me up till after school.
So what were you in
I was
sick
sitting
bay?
outside the office waiting for my mum, and then everyone comes in from recess. "Oh, Sam, I'm like, oh, my ankle." And then everyone goes out to lunch. "Oh, Sam's still here." And then they come back, and they're like, "Oh, you're still here." And then after school, everyone's waiting outside. The teacher carried me outside in front of everyone. Anyway,
Why didn't your mum come?
She was
just
like,
busy?
she just thought I was faking it. Which, to be fair, I did a lot, but it was real this time. Maybe I should unpack that somewhere else.
So yes, Aslan says, "Do you want to write a new story for us, J.K. Rowling?" No, Chronicles of Narnia sucks. Everyone knows that.
J.K. Rowling said, "The poker night continued to descend into alcohol and cocaine-filled chaos. If you're a fly on the wall, you'd have seen an array of different things, including..." Now
it's just a list of dot points.
Dot points, which aren't often, yeah. "The painting of Dumbledore was getting a BJ from Denise, the fat lady."
Yeah, one progressive thing we did do that JK didn't is I gave the fat lady a name.
Yes.
Which fucking JK Rowling, Jesus Christ.
It's
calling her the
pretty
fat lady.
fucked. Yeah.
So rude. Denise is a beautiful name. Any
Isn't
Denise here tonight? That was a long shot.
Isn't that your mum's name?
No.
Aslan went home.
Can I actually tell a quick detour story? My family members that are in the room that shan't be named will know this story, but a few weekends ago we went out to drinks at some bar and there was a portrait on the wall of the bar of a naked lady. Oh. And I just looked and I was like, that looks like my mum. And it did, and they know my mum because they're related to her. They were like, why would you say that? I'm like, it actually does look like a mum. I wanted to take a photo of it and be like, Mum, this looks like you.
You screenshot?
Just from the neck up. Like, not neck down. But I was like, that looks like my mum.
Just from the neck up.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking below that. I wasn't. That's worse than what I was even gonna say and make jokes about. That's that's pretty fucked.
That's just what it's like.
So did you take a photo? Have you shown your mum?
No, I didn't. Actually, I'll go back. I want to go back to the bar. It was really good. But not for the photo of my mum. My mum would hate this,
You
by
just
the way.
said, but not for the photo of my mum. So,
No, okay. Has anyone been to the Everleigh in Fitzroy? Anyone? Yeah, the naked lady on the wall. Looks like my mum. I'm telling you, it looks like my mum.
don't
Neck
tell.
up.
But if if it does look like your mum, don't tell people, hey, you want to go see naked. If you want to see a picture that looks like my mum naked.
No, I just mean neck up. It's had similar hair, colour. Yes. Is someone saying my name?
This is more fucked than
Alright, let's go back to the
I love
fanfic.
that. You get a
We're
prize.
running out of time quickly.
Oh, are we? Yeah, we
Not
probably
really.
are. Okay, so
We'll
next
just speed
dot,
through the list.
next dot point. Aslan went home with Uncle Vernon's ghost.
Okay, so his mum never came, and it's ambiguous
But he did,
whether
am I right?
it's ambiguous.
Okay, Uncle Vernon, sure. Next dot point. Dean Thomas showed up late, and Harry asked him if he wanted to see his broomstick collection. Then Dean Thomas said, why don't we take them to the Quidditch pitch like the old days?
Oh no!
So I made a choice with Dean Thomas's voice.
He doesn't talk much in the movies.
Yeah, so I feel like I can do that.
Creative liberty, yep.
Next dot point. You could see the Quidditch pitch from Harry's office window, and Dimmy watched as Harry and Dean had what appeared to be, but cannot be confirmed as, a sexual encounter.
Can't be confirmed.
Yep. Next dot point. Santa got drunk and couldn't drive his sleigh home, so J.K. Rowling had to drive him home. But in a twist of events, they actually bonded a fair bit. And J.K. Rowling had an affair with Santa that night and got a divorce from her husband to live in the North Pole. And Mrs. Claus got a divorce. That fucking tracks, doesn't it? The last dot point. Neville and Piano Jones went home together. Oh my God, Piano Jones. And Boxley Washington kept asking if anyone wanted to do cocaine off his dick.
That's one dot point. All right, last page.
Is it?
I think so.
Well, at about 3 a.m, Neville announced that the strip show was over and everyone should start heading out. Harry hadn't returned from the Quidditch pitch with Dean, and Socky was still sitting on his desk. Monsieur Chargeur and Cheeseman Damo were heading out the door, and Dimmy was behind them. As they walked out, Dimmy overheard a brief exchange from the two of them. Thank you again for helping me, Cheeseman. Remember, no one can find out, Monsieur Chargeur asked.
Not a question.
With his awful, fake-sounding French accent. I thought it was pretty good.
I told you, you don't need to speak to me with that accent anymore, Monsieur Chargeur. And don't worry, I'm working on the birth certificate.
Said Cheeseman Damo. Well, I'm not doing any other accents.
We don't know what that means.
Down by the Quidditch pitch, Harry and Dean Thomas were cuddling naked on the ground. Well, okay. Feeling the grass in their toes, looking up at the stars.
And it's still unconfirmed if it was a sexual encounter, by the way.
A piece of grass was even going into Harry's bum. What the
I hate that feeling.
Why was that?
I hate that.
How often does that happen to you? Because I know you don't even have a backyard, so you'd have to go somewhere public to do that. That's fucked. You know, Dean, sometimes I think you and I should just run away together from Hogwarts. You know, run away together and start a new life. Just two guys hanging out in this crazy dog-eat-dog world. Worse, we've got cats eating cats. We've got fish munching on fish. I know, that's so crazy to say, but I just had to say it out loud, Harry said. Dean looked at Harry and said, yeah, sounds good, Harry. Anyway, I've got to get going. I got basketball training. But it's 3 a.m, Harry said sadly. Yeah, basketball, said Dean, who got up, put his clothes on, and apparated as far away from Harry as possible.
Oh, Dean's a fuckboy.
Will I ever see you again? Harry asked, but it was too late. Dean was gone, and the answer was no.
That's the end, of the chapter.
Oh my God.
Yeah, round of applause for the chapter. Yeah, I'll take that.
Wow.
We do need to wrap up the potty, but there is still the business of the final prize.
Oh, yes.
Which, do you want to tell people what the prize is and how they can
Do we have a permanent marker?
Yes, I have one in my pocket.
Basically, I've located a...
Should we give the prize away before telling them what it is? Because they might not want it after.
How do we decide who gets it? Maybe...
How should we decide who gets it? Cheering
We
contest?
should have... Maybe... Wait, well, we might... Or do you think... I'm thinking people who came the furthest have a lot to you know, people coming to state, Brisbane, Tassie.
Yeah.
Has anyone else contributed in a way that we'd like?
This guy's got his hand up. Why should you win it? Make your pitch. You've got 10 seconds. 10. No.
Oh!
Where'd you come from?
How far north?
This feels... Oh, for real? Oh, I feel like you were making it up.
Where did you come from?
You did.
I did. I haven't signed your boobs.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I've made up. Okay.
Jeez, what was I doing that night?
All right, here we go. Should we just...
No, I think we should award it and they open it and say what it is and then we finish.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, then you can decide.
I don't want to just... I think I want to give it to Bella because she's a really hardcore fan of the show and she actually made a t-shirt tonight.
Oh, that's true.
that
That's
says-
actually even more commitment.
It says Derek is a disgrace to all wizards.
Derek
which
is a disgrace to all
quote
wizards.
from the show.
That's-
Bella, come up. Get your prize. If you can quickly unwrap it and tell everyone we're going to sign
It's
it.
actually quite hard to open.
It's hard to open. And while we're here, we will just say special thanks to the Coopers Inn for having us tonight. There is a comedy show in this room straight after this, which you are welcome to stay
So,
along for.
it
So please do
is-
that. What have you won, Bella? Tell the listeners.
A copy of The Nutty Professor on DVD.
There we go.
Whoa, a copy of the Nutty
my
Professor!
God.
Well, and we're going to sign it. I think
We'll sign it downstairs.
We'll sign it downstairs. We will be downstairs after the show. We grab a beer with you.
For those wondering, there was no plot. We didn't progress the plot in that book at all. I'm sure you all noticed. But thank you all so much for coming. If you want, there are expired flyers from my last show on your seats.
And there are more tote bags, which we will be giving out. Again, there's a show in here after. If you do want to see some more comedy tonight, just stay in the room. You're welcome to do
And
that. Otherwise,
you're
we'll
also
be
welcome to go
downstairs
downstairs and have a drink with us. And yes, but tickets for my new show are on sale. That's to remember. And
I think there is, we have to go downstairs pretty quick because there's another show in here right now. So we'll see you down there. I think is that it?
I think that's it. And we say
All right.
goodbye, Amores. Thank you. Thank you all so much.